All right, and our weather, very different from that. Super quiet, just hot, and we'll be heating up this week and definitely feeling like summer, although we're not officially at summer yet. We're at 86 in New Orleans, bright blue skies out there, not a lot of shade from any cloud cover, although there are a few clouds here and there. Most of us middle 80s right now, and winds a bit variable up to about 5 or so miles per hour. Generally today, I think mainly from the south. And our feels like temperature, factoring in the humidity that we have, we're all feeling like lower 90s. Summertime is worse, so we're not quite there in the peak of the heat just yet. We'll talk about that in a second, but we are definitely feeling like 90s. And we are looking at satellite and radar, very quiet, seeing a few clouds kind of bubbling up for some South Shore as well as North Shore areas. And we do have that drier air that has worked in for our mid levels of the atmosphere, showing up here in the reds where you see the grays. That's where the moisture is. So you can see that system heading off to the east. And then we are just looking really for the heat this week. Today, highs very close to 90, hot and sunny. And then for later on this evening, should be pretty pleasant, but a little humid feeling perhaps. Tonight will be around 70, both north of the lake and south of the lake for our official lows with mostly clear skies. And we are expecting that hotter than average weather to continue for a big chunk of the southern U.S. And it's really kind of centered to the southwest of us over Mexico and Texas, but it will just be expanding and really influencing our weather as we get into the entire week, maybe even into early next week. So hot and no rain. There could be a possible stray shower by the end of the week as our humidity edges up a little bit, but I just don't really see a lot of a rain chance here. It looks like there's a big increase in temperatures, but actually it's only because we're in the same range. We're jumping from 89 or 90 today into maybe the 91 or perhaps even 92 degree range. And note our average high right now is 86. So feeling like summer, although it is not summer yet, but a summer countdown with a few things coming up. School lets out about 3 days. It could be different for your individual school, but a lot of schools getting out this week. Start of hurricane season 11 days away. The summer solstice on June 20th is 32 days away. And then I added this one just for a little bit of hope. If you're not looking forward to all the heat that we have ahead, of course, the bulk is coming up, but our average temperature starts to fall again 89 days from now, around August 17th. Remember, looking at our average high temperatures through the summer, right now it's 86 in late May. In June, the average high jumps to 90. And then July and August, those are our hottest months, around 91. And there's even a small section of July into early August where we're hitting 92 for the average high. And then as we get towards September, October, November, of course, that average high begins to drop. But that is the bulk of the heat there, July into early August. And you may have noticed also we're getting more daylight. So about 14 hours is what we're expecting. During the bulk of the summertime, our sunrise around 6 a.m. roughly and sunset around 8 p.m. In fact, when we get to June and early July, our sunset will be the latest that it gets all year, about 8:05 p.m. And right now even it's about 7:50 p.m. So I don't know about you, I've been noticing that daylight really extending into the evening. So you may have noticed that as well. Of course, with more daylight hours, more intense rays, we are going to be hot. So just a few reminders, we're not expecting excessive heat at all this week. It's just kind of regular heat for this time of year, really, or a little above average. But especially with kids getting out of school, maybe not used to being outside playing all day long, things like that. Drink water, find the shade, wear light, loose clothes, of course, use sunscreen. And the big one this time of year, don't leave kids or pets in the car. Remember, even if it doesn't seem that hot outside, the temperature in cars zooms up well over 100 degrees very quickly, even into the dangerous 130 or 40 degree range. So 7-day forecast, it's a lot of heat. It's mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Our high temperatures topping out lower 90s and feeling more like mid to upper 90s through the end of the week and into Memorial Day weekend.